Hey guys, welcome to the 181st C# tutorial that I'm making for the new Boston. And in this tutorial, we're going to continue working on our Captcha generator project. And really what we have to do in this tutorial is draw all the shapes that will be around and on the string that we drew in the previous tutorial to make it so it's harder for bots and computer programs to read that text. Alright, so since we're going to be drawing multiple shapes here, we're just going to be using a for statement. So we're going to say for int I equals 0 while I is less than, let's say, 6, and we're just going to want to increment I by 1 each time so that it actually only does 6. Alright, and we don't want it to just draw only a rectangle or only a circle, so we're going to have it randomly select which one we choose. So we're going to say int j equals ran.next, and then the minimum will be 0, and if it's 0, it's going to be either a rectangle or a square, and if it's 1, it's either going to be a circle or an oval. And we're going to have to put 2 as the maximum, because if we put 1 as the maximum, it will always go for 0. It'll never actually get the maximum. It will always go 1 lower. Alright, and now we're just going to say if j equals 0, then we're going to be drawing a rectangle. So we're going to say g.draw rectangle, and the pen that we're going to be using is the pen that we created up here. So we're just going to say P is our pen, and then the rectangle that we want to draw in, we're just going to want to randomly select this so it's not always drawing a rectangle in the same spot. So we're going to say ran.next, and for the minimum we're just going to put 0, and for the maximum we're just going to want to put about half of what this thing's width is, and that would be 111. So we're just going to put 111 right there for the maximum, and then for the width, or the Y location of this rectangle, we're going to put ran.next, so it's randomly selected on the Y-axis as well. 0 for the minimum for that, and about half the height, which would be, I don't know, like 60, I'll say. So 60. And then for the width and the actual height of this thing, we're just going to have it be the same. So it never really gets off the screen, and it should be, at least some of them should be on top of that text string. Alright, and now we're just going to want to see if j is equal to 1. So we're going to say right here, else if j equals 1, then we want it to draw an ellipse. So we can just go ahead and basically copy this code right here and just say draw ellipse instead of draw a rectangle. So we'll say draw ellipse. Alright, and now that it actually does draw these shapes, we want it to reset the color or select a random color for the pen tool each time so that all the shapes are not the same color. So we're going to say p.color equals, and then we're just going to copy this code right up here, because this just basically generates a random color. Alright, so there we go. So now let's just go ahead and test this out. So we're just going to hit debug right here and click start, and as you can see we have shapes all over that string right there. So this makes it harder for a computer to read it, and it really doesn't make it that hard for a human to read. You can tell that's like P1, H, F, M, C. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this tutorial, so see you guys.